There we go. Oh, it's very dark in here. I forgot to turn on the light. Well, I am back in my rig. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, I think it was better with the light off. Okay, here I am back. Okay, I want you to hear this. My favorite bird has been chirping, singing. Let's see if I can hear it. I was going at it there just a few minutes ago. Ouch. Okay. Okay. It's a Swanson thrush. Did you hear that? That's my favorite bird. Did you hear that? Anyway, there's several Swanson thrushes. I can hear them for years since I was a child. That I hearing the sound of that bird reminded me of being out in the boonies and like going to even going to rest areas. You know, you can hear that sometimes if there's lots of woodsy area around. You can hear this. There it is. Can you hear that? I love that sound. Yeah, it's clear as a bell. Um, yeah. Whenever I would hear that bird sound, it would remind me of being being out in the sticks, in the dirt, and camping. It reminded me of camping. And there's lots of them. There must be like a flock of Swanson thrushes. Anyway, I love that sound of that bird. I don't always. Most of the time when I'm out camping, I hear that bird, but not always. But there's a lot of Swanson thrushes out here because I can hear one close by, and I can hear one over here and over there and all over. Lots of them. And they just seem to be country birds. They don't You don't hear them in the city. So got my rig back from Camping World, and they fixed my bumper, which actually my insurance paid for, and they looked at some other things that I was concerned about and charged me up to yang yang for it. Little did I know that. Well, can you look at my TV? Can you look at this? Can you look at that? Little did I know, $40 a pop. You know, every time they look at something, they cost me an arm and a leg. I don't know, what was I thinking? I would rather listen to these birds than listen to me yammer on and on. Anyway, dinner's cooking, and I decided not to go home. I'm not well stocked with supplies right now because the plan was I was just going to drive back to. When I say home, I'm living in my home. I just mean back to the place where I am storing the majority of my supplies at somebody's house in a storage room. Um, but I have the bare base. All I had almost the bare essential basics. So I stopped by uh, Fred Meyer, and I just bought new sheet sets because I didn't have any because I was washing the sheets on my bed, and I just bought a new sheet set. And the ones I had weren't the right size anyway. And I bought one little quilty blanket, and I have a couple blankets I'm gonna steal from that I have on wrapped around the pillows at my dinette but I'm just gonna, I'll use those. And I have a heater, and I'm hooked up to electric, so if I'm absolutely freezing to death, I can always turn on the heater. So, um, it feels good to be back out here, and I'm gonna go to a place. I'm going back to somebody's house, and I'm going to spend some serious time and effort reorganizing. I'm gonna gut the whole storage room. I'm gonna reorganize everything and make it more user friendly, and and then I'm going back to the campground where I have some friends, and and when I said back in another video that I met a new friend, was the kind of friend that I was praying for. I I have a couple of really close friends, and have had many friends over the years. Um, but the two closest friends of mine, um, in 2020, are one lives in an area where I used to live. I lived there for 20 years, and then another friend lives near town in the area where, well, at least where I was living. Not so. She's still close by compared to my other friend, and but they're both kind of workaholics. Um, and but one of them doesn't live near here. So anyway, um, I don't know what somebody like me having friends who are workaholics. What's the matter with that? I don't whatever. I don't know. I don't get that. But um, anyway, I met the one friend that I'm referring to. Um, I was asking God for a closer friend that I could talk to about personal stuff, because you can have friends, and they just don't have time. Now my other friends, like, we talk about personal stuff, but anyway, I was just needing somebody that was just kind of more available, just that simple. um, there are so many Swanson thrushes. Ah, I love that sound. Anyway, I didn't even know until only a couple years ago I found out what kind of bird that actually was. And I looked. I went on websites on bird calls, and I looked and looked and looked, and I listened. I listened, not looked, listened, because I didn't know what the bird looked like. I listened to all kinds of bird calls to try and discover which one it was. And I don't know what. One day I just found it. I don't remember how I found it. Was it a video on YouTube, or that I just listened to enough bird calls that I finally found it? I don't remember. But anyway, I found out it's a Swanson thrush. I was so excited when I found out what my favorite bird was. Anyway, I got a bang trim, but I wore a mask when I got it cut. So I'm making a turkey pot pie in my toaster oven. And even though it's big and clunky and takes up a lot of space, I use the toaster oven. I just do. I use it. So I guess it's just going to have to stay. But that leads me to my next topic. I am minimizing. I am cutting way back on my clothes. Oh, I gave away a bunch of my clothes because I lost, wait, almost, yeah, 30 pounds, roughly. Yeah, 30 pounds. And I've kept it off for, like, I don't know, what has it been, like 2 or 3 years now? Well, it was only like 25, and then I lost 5 more in the last year-ish or so. And I kind of vacillate about 3 or 4 pounds back and forth, and I know that's just water weight. And so, um, what was I saying? Oh, okay. So I gave away a bunch of shirts to somebody that's about a size bigger than me. And she lost a bunch of weight too, gained some of it back. But anyway, she's still not anywhere near as heavy as she used to be, and so I gave her, it's my mom. Okay, I don't know why I make, anyway. So I gave her a bunch of my shirts, and I feel better about it. The ones that are just kind of getting frumpy on me, because, you know, so the ones that I kept are just, they're just slimmer fitting, and it just makes it easier. Anyway, I'm cutting way back, and this video is getting too long. So that's what I'm doing. So when I get back, I decided, because I cleared out my RV when I took it to the shop, because I didn't want a bunch of stuff in there to get in their way, and also stuff to worry about, and I wanted to make sure I had all my food and my clothes, you know, for if they had it for a month, you know, I would have what I needed and not be worrying about them keeping my stuff. So anyway, I like the feeling when I went in there of not elbow to elbow stuff. And this is going to be tough. This is going to be not easy for me. But I just want to have elbow room in my house. And you know, I do have a storage room that I use, and so I should just use it for the extra stuff, whatever I'm not ready to give away. And because I'm not there yet. I am really not there yet. So, but it's it's baby steps. Gave away a bunch of my shirts, and I'm cutting back on what I travel with. And then I'm going to reorganize the room, and I'm repeating myself. So I should stop this video and go get ready for dinner. Turkey pot pie tonight. Okay. See ya.